Good morning, day 107, cooking down the freezer and the working pantry. So yesterday I did a lot of planting and I'm working on trying to get my garden going, and I've come to the conclusion that I can only do one project a day. That's about all I have the stamina and energy for before my back gives out. So I guess I have to pick and choose what I want to do. So if I garden, I can't really cook too much. Simple things are fine. But I'm not a fast food person. I used to eat McDonald's or Burger King or something, maybe once every couple weeks. But since I went plant-based, no more. Because here in my area, those restaurants don't offer plant-based meals. The only one that does is Burger King, and they have the Impossible Burger. But even with that, I have that at home, and it's just easier to make my own burger. So maybe every 3 months or 4 months, I'll pick up something for my grandson and and we'll have a fast food meal. But other than that, I don't. I used to eat McDonald's French fries, but since I learned that they're coated in beef fat, I don't eat those anymore either, and those were kind of my favorite. But I do still, once in a while, especially in the summer, drive through McDonald's and get their iced coffee. Their large iced coffee is usually around $1, at least it was last summer, but I'm sure it's gone up this summer, but it's good. So anyway, today I think I'll do a little more gardening, see what's coming up. I had one bag of soil that I had bought last year and had in the garage all winter, and it's almost like a mushroom compost. All I get are little tiny mushrooms popping up everywhere, so I have to keep pulling those out because I planted different lettuces in one of the bins, so we'll see what happens. I also planted some kale, and that's coming up, so that'll be nice to get in the garden soon because kale is fairly hardy. And then I think I'm going to stick my potato starts in one of my little greenhouses, but that means I have to take the stuff out of the greenhouse because over the winter I store some of my garden decor in there. And like I always say, you can't just do one thing. It's always a whole line of things you have to do before you get to doing what you actually want. So anyway, my morning's going to be busy, and I'll be back in a little bit. I'll show you my tomato starts, and then we'll have some breakfast. Day 107. Here are all my tomato starts. These 6 are beefsteak. They're bush tomatoes, and these are Romas. They're also bush tomatoes. So I'm putting them outside. It's finally nice out here. It's in the 60s today. So I thought I'd let them enjoy their home. I'll bring these in at night because it's still too cold. And then over here I planted my pink icing blueberry, peach sherbet blueberry, baby cakes blackberry, and this is my yellow seedless grape. So I'm going to leave them outside. These I might stick into one of my little greenhouses here at night because they're more hardy than the tomatoes. So anyway, I got that all done yesterday. Today I'm going to plant some more things, and we'll see. I think I'll bring my potatoes out here too. My potato starts. All right, I'll be back in a little while. My tomato plants outside for about an hour and a half, maybe, this morning. And then the weather turned cold. So it went from 68 and now it's in the low 50s. Too cold for my little tomatoes, so I had to set this up. I've had this light for years and years and years. So I thought, you know, it's flexible. It's got the hood that points in downward in one direction. And I wanted to put something up somewhere where I could take my little tomatoes in and out when the weather starts getting better. So these guys are actually too tall for my grow station upstairs. So they're going to live here for a little bit. And so I bought a grow bulb. And they run anywhere, depending on what you get, they run anywhere from $5 to $10. So this is where they'll be, and I can take them in and out because this is right by my patio door that leads to my deck. So this is one place that I set up. Now eventually they'll be going out in my little greenhouses, but that won't be till next month. So in the meantime, they need to live somewhere, so I'll put them out there probably mid-April, depending on the weather. But it's still too cold for tomatoes to be outside. So I set up another little grow light here. I've had this light for a long time. And again, it's a bulb, or it's a lamp that points downward. And I haven't used it in years, so I thought, that would probably make a good grow light. So I also have a grow bulb in there. And this is where I put my blueberries and my blackberry until it warms up a little bit. Now these are a little more hardy, so these will be going in my little greenhouse sooner than the tomatoes. But for now, because we're supposed to get snow again, so for now, they're just going to live here and go in and out when the weather's nice. My orchid is blooming. This is the only one that blooms. I have 4 of them on this windowsill. They all get the same light, but this one blooms every year. And they're little mini orchids, and the rest don't. They're growing nicely, but that's as far as it goes. So I put this little faux succulent garden together. This actually came with real plants at one point. My neighbor gave it to me. She didn't want to deal with it. So, but the plants all died out, and I had all these from the Dollar Tree, and I've collected them over the years. I had this. So I just put everything in here, and I made a little display. Now all I'm missing is a little gnome, and he'll live right there. But you guys know I have enough of those. Oh my, lots of wires, but all these lights are on a different electrical thing. So, but anyway, this is another grow station where I put my grapes, and those are my elephant ears. So they'll live here for a while too until it's time to take them out. And it's way too early, so I don't know. They'll just be all over the house until it warms up. In a month, they'll be living outside. And then I bought a whole bunch of these corms last year. This is a plant I brought in from last year, and it's the oxalis. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. Well, I think that's the name of them. Anyway, they're like a shamrock, but they're purple. They're really pretty. So I had bought these on clearance at Walmart last year, and I never got around to planting them. And there were lots of bulbs. I think it was about 30. So I finally got around to planting those. But like I said, this one is from last year that I brought in. And then I just planted the others around. They haven't come up yet, but we'll see, because those were old bulbs. But what the heck. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So anyway, and then of course I have my avocado trees. Those are twins. They both came out of the same seed. And those were dumpster plants, not dumpster, composter plants. This I brought in from last year, but I let it dry out too much. Those are the ones that get the red flowers. So I resurrected it, and it's looking healthy. And then these are the other two avocados. There's one there, and there's one here. And they like it by this window. It's a southern exposure. So let's see how my little tomatoes are doing from yesterday that I planted. Oh, there they are. Those came out of the tomato. And what was it? Vivitori or something like that. So it'll be a surprise as to what kind of tomato will come out of there, because all I could find on the internet is those vine tomatoes are hybrids. So, okay, we'll see. And then my basil is doing really well. I planted this the same time that I planted the tomatoes, and it's looking beautiful. So I need to plant that in a different pot. But so anyway, that's where I have my plants. They're all over the place. And then this is the bird of paradise that I was telling you about that was really tiny when I bought it. And it's pretty big, so that'll be going back outside in the summer. But my little banana tree died. I probably just didn't water it enough. That's on me. So anyway, those are my starts. And Tom and I went out and had some coffee and a little snack this morning, so I didn't eat breakfast here. He wanted to go to Walmart, and he just cut the cable, so he's looking for an antenna. So I tagged along with him. And you know, I don't eat early, so we just stopped and I had a scone at Panera, and we had some coffee and hung out. So anyway, that's what we do. But right now I'm a little bit hungry. It's afternoon, and I'm just going to have a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I prefer extra crunchy peanut butter. But I'll eat whatever's available. But that's what I have. So that's what I'm going to eat. And I've been fooling around with my plants since I got home. So now I need to sit down for a little bit because, you know, my back. But anyway, so I'm just going to have my peanut butter and jelly with a little bit of blackberry jelly. And I like these, this is Blackburns, and I like these because first of all, they're cheaper than Smucker's, and you get this cute little cup to go with it. And they have the basic flavors. My favorite flavor with peanut butter is actually peach jelly. But I have this one open, so I have some peach in the stash. And I guess they make this in Texas because it says, "Go Texan." So, yeah, the weather's back to normal. Terrible. More snow coming. I was hoping I could get my little starts outside for a while, but that wasn't very long. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and my little sandwich here, and then I'll be back for dinner. So I like my peanut butter and jelly just like that. And this is the $1.10 Walmart Italian bread, And this time I picked just sesame seeds because rather than all the garlic and stuff like that, because if I wanted to make like French toast and things like that out of it, I don't think the garlic would taste too good, but the sesame seed would. So that's what I picked because I was too lazy to bake any bread. So I'll be back later and we'll see what's for dinner. All right, let's make some dinner. Day 108, I think. Okay, I've been talking about these potatoes now for days. So I'm going to make potato salad, just a small one out of these. I'll probably put some lemon on there because these are hard as a rock and I still have an egg. So I'm going to have that, and I have half an avocado here. I'll probably have that. And then I think, well, I'll need mustard and mayo. So I'll need that. And to go with the potato salad, let's look what's in the freezer. I know what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a Beyond chicken sandwich. So I'm going to have a couple of those, and I'm going to have them on some of my Italian bread. All right, I'll meet you back at the stove. For dinner tonight, I'm just going to make a very simple potato salad. I cut up those 3 small boiled potatoes, and I boiled those in salted water with the skin on. I also made mashed potatoes with some cut up potatoes, but anyway, they've been in the refrigerator for a few days and they need to be eaten. I have some green onion tops. Those are about ready to be done, and I'll have to buy some more. But I haven't bought any produce for this month at all. So I'm going to eat up most of what I have, and then I might do a small produce haul because I have not spent my allotment of food for the month yet. Okay, so here I have just some lemon pepper that I'm going to put on here in lieu of just plain salt. So I'll put that on, and some fresh ground pepper. And I get this pepper at the Dollar Tree, and I have a couple of them that I stocked up on. So pepper. And then I have this dill relish, and I like to keep this on hand for when I don't feel like cutting up a pickle. This works great. So I'm going to put a good dollop of dill relish on there. You can use sweet relish too if you like that better. It's up to you. Oh, and some mustard. I just have Walmart Dijon mustard, and I'll put some of that on. Whoa, that was a little more than I wanted. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit of that off because that was a big blob of mustard. So we'll save that for the sandwich. All right, and then I just have some leftover mayo here. I don't know, I may use it all. I probably will. But I still have more mayo in my stash. And then I will probably buy another mayo to replace the one in my stash. So I think I want to put some of this lemon that needs to be eaten up in here. If I could even squeeze it, it's so hard, but it's still good. So I will put some lemon in here. Not too much because I already have the lemon pepper. And the rest of this lemon I'll do something else with. So that's it, a very simple potato salad. And if you keep cooked potatoes, you can even make them in the microwave. If you keep them in your refrigerator, then you can put together a real quick potato salad, and you don't have to make a big project out of it. A lot of times I'll put in sweet onion, but I have the green onion that needs to be eaten up, so I'm going to use that. Alright, I'm going to give this a little taste, see if it's any good. Now ideally, I like to eat potato salad the next day, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to eat it as is. I'm going to cut up this egg to put on top. I'm just going to use a knife. And I'll probably eat all this potato salad. And just quarter up the egg. The egg's been in there a few days too. And my buddies are waiting for some egg, so I will give them some of the egg white. All right. Okay, puppies, do you want a little bit of egg? Egg for you. No, that's for Chloe. Oh, Chloe is very pokey with everything. Okay, so there's that, and then Lizzie goes and wants to steal it. I'm probably going to put some of this avocado on my sandwich, but the potato salad is done, so I'm going to put that aside. And then I have my loaf of bread still from Walmart. And I still have a lot of bread left. And what I'm going to do, I have 2 chicken tenders, and I want to make this into a sandwich. So I'm just going to cut a chunk off. And then I'm going to cut the chunk in half this way. So it'll be more of this kind of a sandwich. And I still have quite a bit of bread left. So I think these Walmart loaves of bread are a really good deal. It's almost not even worth it to make the bread. I know it's a little cheaper to make it probably, but you know, you have your time involved in it too. So if you're near a Walmart, you know, might want to think about stocking up on their bread. And I like their bread. I think it's good. I like Italian bread. Okay, well, I'm going to get my chicken and get that ready, and I'll be back. It's not chicken, it's Beyond Chicken. Alright, so here is the rest of the mustard. I heated up this roll just a little bit in my air fryer, just because I didn't want it cold. Well, there's the air fryer. And then I also have this garlic aioli. So, I like garlic aioli. So there we go. Put a little bit of that on. And you can put lettuce and tomato and all kinds of things on here. But I think I'm just going to put a little bit of this avocado on there, because I really don't feel like washing some salad, and I'll save that for another meal. And I don't feel like cutting up a tomato either. So this is what I'm having. This and the potato salad will be plenty for my dinner. I probably won't even eat all the potato salad, and I'll probably save some for tomorrow. Okay, and then here I have my Beyond Chicken. I'll put that on there. And that is a big sandwich. And I keep these pics from restaurants when you get a sandwich, and I bring those home. And there we go. I use those for gardening too, for making little divots to put my plant seeds in the dirt. So those little wooden skewers come in handy. All right. And I will have some of this potato salad. So making good homemade meals shouldn't take long at all. This has only taken me about 15-20 minutes, and it's delicious and nutritious, and it would take me way longer to go to the fast food restaurant and pick up something. And I think this tastes better. So, all right. There you have it, dinner day 108, Beyond Chicken Sandwich, homemade potato salad. Lots of protein going on. I have half an egg here, and this has protein in it too. So there you have it. All right, I'll be back to say goodbye in just a few minutes after I eat. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.